and your teacher blurts out and says, "See me after class." What are your thoughts? Where's Mr. Toastmaster? And ladies and gentlemen, it happened to me back in the years. Jim Ward blurted out, "Ray, see me after class." So the bell rang and I was walking up there and I was thinking of all these bad things I'd done last week, last month. Because at that time my brain was still, cerebral cortex was still undeveloped. I was operating out of the amygdala, and all these bad thoughts were coming up. So I walked up, I was preparing my defense of what I was doing. I wasn't the Toastmaster at the time. So he said, "Ray, where are you going to college?" And I thought, where? Should I tell him a lie and tell him I'm going to Missouri University? Should I tell him I'm going to Washington University in St. Louis? Or do I tell him the truth? I tell him the truth. I don't know. I hadn't thought about it. I know it's my senior year, but I hadn't not thought about it. But I will, and I'll get back with you. So I walked out the door, and that's the first time that an adult professional male talked to me about me. Mm-hmm. So it was a life-changing experience. It was a turning. Abraham Maslow called it a turning, and it was an epiphany. And that was the first male like that to talk with me, because my father passed away from war wounds when I was 9 years old. Mm. So I went to college, went to my profession. 24 years later, I'm in the Army, Special Forces, and I could see the handwriting on the wall. The Army was just not smart enough to promote me to general. So I got out. I come to Carlsbad, California in 1986, and I start looking for a job. So I interview. I go to the first job interview, second, third, fourth. They said, "Well, what can you do?" I said, "Well, I can manage chaos. I can deliver a whole lot of firepower in one area. I can jump behind enemy lines with a nuclear bomb attached to me. And I can even go to the Central Highlands of Vietnam and speak the language there, the Kho Mountain Yard language. Not a problem." And they look down this list, rather the perfunctory list, and say, "Well, we don't have a need for your skills at this time." So out the door I go. What to do next? Well, education. That's what to do. So 4 years later, I got my terminal degree, and all of a sudden, all the jobs in the world opened up. It was incredible. I mean, I couldn't believe it. So I took the first job, not the first job, but the one that I wanted. I had plenty of picks. And I had a title like that. It was Dr. Ray Stryler, Vice President for Special Academic Programs for the Institute for Professional Development. Wow. And they told me at the Pentagon, the longer your title is, the least significant you are. So I tried that for a while, 7 years, and retired from there. And then at that time, I thought I was so smart that I could start my own company. So I founded Education 2020, and now my title was one word, President. I like that. And then I could even shorten it down to 3 letters, CEO. So after my careers, last year I was sitting in my backyard watching the grandkids, 6 of them, and this year a great-grandchild. And I was watching them play soccer. And I got this call from my sister, Mary Lou, from Crystal City, Missouri. She said, "Ray, are you sitting down?" I said, "Well, just a minute." "Yeah, I'll sit down." She said, "You've been inducted into the Crystal City High School Hall of Fame." I said, "Oh, you got to be kidding me." I said, "They made a mistake." No. Your name is your picture now. They've got it in the hallway. That's right there by Bill Bradley. He had one title, by the way, senator. and then me, and then Danny LaRose had 2 titles, professional football player for Detroit Lions. And there's my hero, Jim Ward, my English teacher, who got me set off on this journey in the first place. So I go back and give a little acceptance speech. And about 400 people in the audience. And after my speech is over, just one lowly hand raised up. I said, uh-oh. Hey, that's Muggsy Buckner, my old classmate. He's going to spill the beans on us. What's he going to say? He said, Ray, he said, would you do it all over again? And I said, yes, sir, I would. But I'd need more time next time around.